The Logs tab is located on the patient chart face here on the top. There's a tab called Logs. Simply click on it to access it, and the program will default automatically to the medication log. Here I have ePrescribe activated on my account, so it's showing me all the medications that were ePrescribed. If you do not have ePrescribe, there is a standard medication list that the program will default to. And if you have both, you can switch between those using the Show Log button. Here it'll give you a list of those medications. And you can sort them by med. You can sort them by date. Okay, you can also print these logs if necessary. But this isn't the only log that can be found here. When you click on the medication log, it will activate a drop-down list for you to choose from. And you can see a history of printed prescriptions. This is within ICANotes, not in ePrescribe. There's their own print history within the ePrescribe portion of the program. There's a clinical order sheet log, test requisitions, so those are any lab tests that you've ordered through our program. You can see a list of those. You can also print a log. There is a list of manual entry lab results, as if you're entering in the results yourself manually. You can see a list of those and also print them. Or if you have the interfaced or integrated lab results coming from different lab companies, there's an interface option that you can view. You can either click this button to view those results, or you can go here to the interface test results, which of course I have none in here, but if you do, it'll show a list of those as well. Other logs include your diagnoses log, so if for some reason that you want to see what you've diagnosed this patient with over a specific time period, you can see how it's changed, or if there's any rule outs. There is also a referral log. If you referred anyone, you can print this out. A request log, adverse drug reaction log, vital signs log, which is really awesome, because here you have your blood pressure and your other vital signs, including your height and weight and temperature. And you can actually click on one of these yellow options, and we're going to click all because we want to chart all of those, and it'll graph it over here on the right hand side. You can opt to use a line graph or line chart or bar chart. Here, tracking the weight, that's probably more accurate to use a line chart. You can also print this out. It's the same with the blood pressure and pulse. You can also graph these. Here with the blood pressure, it's going to do the systolic and diastolic. There you go. And then also the bar chart. And we'll continue on. There are some other logs in here as well. There's the AIMS log if you want to see anytime you've done an AIMS exam, and you can see those results. There is a input and output log, Menses log, BM for bowel movement log if you're tracking that in our program, an injection log, rating scales log, which is also really cool, where you can see here are some assessment tools that may have been used within the program, and as long as you're documenting these within the note under the rating scales button, it'll track these scores for you. You see I've only done PHQ-9s on this particular person, so I can see over a time period how that person has progressed. There's also the ASAM risk assessment log. So if you're doing the ASAM, or if you're doing like a chemical dependency assessment on this person, and you're choosing those numerical options in the different dimensions, it'll track those as well. And these are more like the level of risk or functioning within the ASAM. All right. There is an MHT log. Currently the MHT log is in beta testing, so of course you're not going to have any information in here currently. But once it is in here, you'll be able to go back to that master MHT clipboard and the MHTs for your mental health techs, and you'll also be able to look at the log for this particular patient. There is a back button whenever you're on these logs, so if you wanted to go back, this back button will take you back to your chart face, or you can simply click the chart face button. There you go. And that's the logs tab.